Hello people, I just wanted to show you some of the things I've been working on. These little envelopes, little art envelopes that I've put together. This one you can see the little torn pieces I use to cover some of the text. But sometimes the text is quite catchy. I like this one, If Dreams Came in Shapes. I thought that was quite nice. And the strawberries, of course, having not a lot to do with the fact that this was a diamond ad that I turned into a nice little envelope. I got a compliment on one of my envelopes that I used when I was without a credit card this past month, and I made an online purchase from Etsy, and the guy wrote back complimenting my little envelope. So that was always a fun thing to do, and to get a compliment's just a little ego boost, you know that. So, but I'll just run through some of these. And the pattern, oddly enough, was an advertisement that came in the mail. It was a little cardboard for, there's a symbol. And I liked it, so I saved it back and got it out here a couple of days ago. And I just trace around this, and then sometimes after I have the shape cut, I'll set it on top of the cardboard pattern to get my creases, and just fold it and crease, and it works fine for me. But I may have to make another one sometime out of a whiteboard box. Some of these got kind of involving. I had a lot to cover here in this portion. So I used part of another page, but this one I did kind of a line or two with the diamonds and jewelry or whatever. So, a lot of interest, Not all of them are as involving. This is quite simple. I didn't add anything. This one I can feel by the weight I added something. I made the edge a little different by letting a portion overlap, and did give this a liner part of the way down. See, just part of the way to make it look. Now here's something that I really got involved with and put a Sizzix key on metallic silver and cut a couple of pieces of another page using my favorite Sizzix die is that leaf. In its entirety, it has another couple of buds there, but to add a little torn piece here, and back here, some overlap on the envelope edge. Lots of metallic. See, just a lot of jewelry pages got used. Metallic here and a little piece there. And on the back too. A lot of charm in these, I think. And they're all free. And then to get a compliment that someone actually enjoyed getting it in the mail. This is one of my first ones I did the other day. I like the green and black. She reminded me of a forest myth. Piece on the back. Now I did the closure on this a little differently. See, that can be peeled off later. The buckle effect. I unpeeled it only enough to be able to stick it to the paper. And this was fun too, the industrial look with the bird cages. And I just added some of the metallic gears. This is my stuff. It's free. It's organic. another one of my favorite ones with the industrial diagrams here and a couple of keys on a ring. It even has little rivets that I cut out with another die. And that's just a piece of black paper behind that peel and stick metallic for the darkened keyhole. But see, some of these I got involved in, as you can see. Another one of my favorite ones, and there's a little trunk. So I had the trunk die, trunk hinge dies, and put one on each side, and a key on a ring with a fob, and a leaf here, and on the back. The leaf overlapped from the front. See, that's my favorite one. And I did the closure for this too, just by peeling off enough to stick it on the front, and then I tore that one off so that it'll stay clean and also sticky, so it can be peeled off by the user later. But here's the backs of the trunk hinges. I love the hardware dies. I wish they'd come up with a whole bunch more. And I had to make little rivets, of course, for that too, like with here. And this was another one of my favorite ones, with a lace leaf this time, and a velour belt all the way around this envelope. See, those were left over. And then this is another closure that I had to come up with. I left the backing on this one leaf, so then the user of the envelope will just peel that backing off and stick the envelope closed right there. Unless they want to use another little piece of tape, I probably would think about that too. And this was like a linens ad that I used a couple of little ghosts off the back of the peel-off keys for there, and then a lacy leaf is stuck on there. I don't know if you can hardly see it. You can see part of it over to the right. And then another ghost leaf inside the flap. And one that I didn't stick down all the way intentionally, just to give it a little bit of interest. But see, some of the closures for some of these, I don't know if this one is or not. That one's not. Some of the closures I stuck down in the envelope because they are kind of wonky and a little bit different. Like, let's see, maybe it was in this one. One with a lot of copper. It's not that one. Maybe it's this one. I'm looking. Yeah. I cut out a big piece closure on this one with the intent of explaining that when this is peeled off, see, it's quite large. It's almost as long as the envelope itself, or this pin. It will be stuck on there basically at an angle to give the flap more area that's sealed, stuck down. See, that's important that it gets nice and sealed. And then here's another one. It was a watch ad, so I thought gears were appropriate. And I mosaiced a little bit of interest there to cover some writing, and put jewel paper on the inside a little ways. Not all the way down, but, you know, just to line it a little. This was an interesting ad, too, with all sorts of little crazy things. I forget what it was advertising. It even has curtains. I cut out the little window panes and added the red that was curtains from another, might have been the same page. See, there's some material there. And I think I stuck a closure in there. But wasn't this a lot of fun? This one I showed Bradley. He thought this was cool. It was another full sheet ad, but I stuck a couple little closures on here, and that was a piece of my t-shirt. Just for interest. A little pile of clip-its from off this same page. I used just about the whole page after I stuck down a lot of... had a tennis shoe in the ad, if that gives you any clue. There's another one of the dealies on the back. Now see, this wants to pop up. I may have to get my glue stick and stick that back down. And it has a little piece of shoestring running through a hole. On just stuff. I mean, I thought it was cool looking too. See if I can get a better view of it. Another one there. But that's what I've been doing. And I've got some more sheets torn out that I liked that will become envelopes. Just things random. See how nice of an ad that is? That is a full page for whatever it was. Well, there's a phone and another dealie here, so it's probably an electronics ad. But it's just wonderful. And I like these colors of this one. It's accessories ad. And this is part of this other one. I think it's probably along the same. Oh, this was an article, Divide and Conquer, how to organize it. And then some more accessories. These will all become envelopes. You'll see these in another video. You know? So I am using so much stuff. And this one will be a nice one too. I'll have to figure out some kind of thing. But see, here is my most recent bag of junk collection. This was a tag, this little flag through there. But I'll get the products. Like this was part of a doorbell. A little piece of the info sheet. But it was a nice color teal. And I'll just sack it. Lord knows I have all kinds of sacks. And you can see what that one is. Bradley's carton. And cookie boxes that caught my eye because they're black and gold and it's shiny and just all kinds of stuff. I like the sparkly stuff. Alright, well this is over 10 minutes, but thanks for watching. Wasn't this interesting? Let me know by rating and comment.